Hello and welcome. My name is Carsten Lützen. I'm an Agile coach and a Scrum Master. Today I'll talk about something that has been on my mind for actually some years. It's the Imposter Syndrome. I guess many of you have heard about it already. But before we dive into this, please, if you like these videos, consider subscribing and sharing them. That would be super awesome. Imposter Syndrome. It has different names, but it's most commonly, at least to the people I talk to, go by the name of Imposter Syndrome. And that's this feeling of feeling like a fraud, or soon the others will realize that I'm a phony, I'm a fraud, I don't actually do anything, there's no value in what I'm doing. And at one point I also read something along the lines of that internally you get no satisfaction from the work, whereas outside or externally you're seen as high performing or performing, but internally you don't see that. And for me it's super important to say that Imposter Syndrome is not the same as humble brag or fishing for compliments, like I don't know what I'm doing and I'm not good at it. There's not always a relation between those two, and suffering from Imposter Syndrome can be quite tough and really stress people a lot, because they feel that they're not delivering any value, that they're not meeting the expectations from especially themselves, but also from the outside world. So it can really be a tough thing to deal with, and I can see some degree of Imposter Syndrome for sure from time to time, where I don't feel that I am providing any value whatsoever, and if I didn't show up for work tomorrow, nobody would notice. And I also see it in a lot of other people, and maybe especially something around Agile coaches, because what we're doing can sometimes be difficult to say that is a result of the work of the Agile coach, because we often go around and nudge people and try to sometimes indirectly change behavior, and that behavior can be difficult to measure a before and after measurement, to see that it actually moved, and it moved because of what the Agile coach did. There are different reasons for Imposter Syndrome. Some of them also goes with personality types. Perfectionists, for instance, will always strive at being perfect in all meanings of the word, right? And of course they will feel that they are fraud, and why didn't I do this, and so on. There's also the one-man armies that just fix it themselves, and why couldn't I also do that, or why didn't I foresee that? But it's super important to talk about Imposter Syndrome, and all of us suffer from it. And one of the best cures for it is positive reinforcement, appreciative feedback. That's also why I often, when I facilitate, have some kind of positive, appreciative feedback mechanism built in to train people to say, that was really good what you did there, that was super awesome. It will not remove the Imposter Syndrome, but it will hopefully help them to see, yeah, that's actually right. I did something that added value, and that will hopefully slowly dismantle this feeling like a fraud or a phony. So my suggestion is really work with feedback and remember to say positive things. Great job what you did there. That was really nice, and it really helped me, because that will, at least for me, dismantle a lot of the Imposter Syndrome when it strikes me from time to time. I'm super curious to hear, what are your experiences with Imposter Syndrome? What do you do to deal with it? How do you overcome it? And please share it in a comment, that would be nice. And as always, if you have feedback to these videos, comments, questions, ideas, or feedback, please put them in a comment or send me a message. That would be super awesome. And that's it. Have a super awesome day.